So, I mean, it's a fascinating story from a UK perspective because, as we all know, it's not a predominant sport in the UK. You know, you have your football, your rugby, which is moving in the right direction, cricket, boxing. Where was the inspiration for that? And what other sports maybe played a part in your childhood, if any?
It is a good question. So, I mean, I think partly for me, I was always a bit of a counterculture kid. I mean, if you look at my CD collection from growing up, I mean, most kids of my age back home, they'll have this massive Britpop collection, and mine was this weird mix of like Usher and Green Day and Counting Crows and anything just the American. And I was just fascinated with American stuff. So that's kind of where my interest in that stuff comes from. I had an older boy who lived next to me, who would record tapes of American shows for me and stuff. It was just this part of that sweet spot for people in the late 80s who just thought American stuff was the coolest, and that was me. And so, we knew a bit. We threw a Giants football around in the garden for a long time, and then growing up, I didn't really get into sports at school like most people get there, and I had a weird knee injury thing that meant that when I hit about 10 years old, 10 to 12, 13, 14, I just couldn't run. Running wasn't my thing. So by the time that cleared up, everyone had fallen into being really good at cricket, really good at rugby, playing football, and I'd kind of missed out on the formative stuff, whereas previously I'd been playing basketball and gymnastics and stuff like that. Just when you got into secondary sports, that wasn't me. Like, I missed it. And so we were walking down the road in my hometown one day, and the local gym, I was 14, the local gym had American football kit in the window. And me and my friends were like, oh my God, look at that. There was a few of us who liked American football, but from a concept kind of thing, didn't really know anything about it. Watched it a bit on Channel 4, but we saw this stuff and we're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And a few of us persuaded our parents to take us out to the team that we learned about nearby. And so my sport growing up was American football. And so my whole life has been kind of on this trajectory, I think, to end up in the parking lot of an NFL team, drinking and having a great time.